Hi everyone, our journal page today, and I'm working in this journal that is made from watercolor paper. I bought it at the cheap store, and it's kind of challenging for me. Never worked in this kind of elongated format, but it's, as I said, it's a challenge, so I want to play today with a little bit of watercolors, and I want to try to contain them in a specific area as much as, of course, as much as you can contain watercolors. I'm taking a pencil just so you can see what I want to do. I want my watercolors to go across here like this. Later on I will just erase the line I've made with the pencil, and I'm taking water, and I'm only putting water quite generously in between the lines. Now I'm going to work in small sections because it will dry fast, and I just want to put some color however it will spread in the water. So I'm just playing. I'm going to pick each time a different color, and I'm just spreading water. Let's see, let's take this color. I'm just letting it spread. I'm letting this do its thing, and it goes where the water is. Let's see, what other color do I want? Let's do some purple. I thought about using brochures, but decided that I don't want to right now to handle all the mess that it can make. So this is, as I said, a little bit more contained. So more water in between, and I'm thinking that I will probably have to go on top if I want it to be darker or brighter, but for right now that's good enough for me. I'm just, as I said, putting down some paint, and let's see, I'm letting them mix, so I'm getting in between colors, which is great. For all those who are afraid of watercolors, this is the project. Just put water where you want the paint to go and have fun with it, because it really doesn't matter. It's just putting down some stain. Let's see, I liked this blue, so I'm going to put more. Just putting water. You can probably hear my boy's voice in the background. Summer vacation. The younger one is going back to school on 1st of September. The older one is going to the military, so I'm planning on a, well, I'm planning on a nervous breakdown. Finished high school and going to the military. Okay. I'm not sticking or completely to the line I drew. I'm just, as I said, just putting down paint. I like how it's mixing in between. Okay, almost done. And I don't care if I have white picking through. That's okay. The only thing I'm concerned that when it's dry, maybe it won't be as vibrant, so I will have to wait for it to dry and see if I need to add something. Okay. You see here where I started, it's not as vibrant, so I can go on top of it and add like so until I like what I see, because I was planning on something a little bit more dark. Just touching and adding. The watercolor kit is from, I think it's from Amazon, I'm not sure, and there's no brand or anything, just some random kit I've picked. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry completely before I continue, so I'll be back. Okay, so this is still wet. I'm taking a piece of paper towel and I'm just absorbing some of the puddles I've got. I know it's lifting a little bit of the pigment, but I don't want to wait for the puddles, and I don't want puddles. I want the color as is. And while I'm waiting for this to dry, I decided that I want some splatter from the same colors I used here, and not to leave this two section completely white. So I'm taking a fan brush with water and I'm just going to take from the same colors I used, and I'm just tapping and making some splatter. So if everything is still wet, then I'm just going to do more and wait for everything to dry at the same time. Okay, more now. It's a little bit difficult to go in with the fan brush, but it's okay, we'll manage somehow. Okay. Okay, I think this is it, and now I need for it to be completely dry and then erase the pencil, and then we'll continue. I'll be back. Okay, so this is dry and I've got some white acrylic paint here, and I've taken all kinds of round objects I have that I like to use to make a round prints, and I'm going to start with this large circle, I'm just going to do something like that. I'm just so I will have coverage like so, and let's see. I know that it won't be as visible here, and it's okay. I wanted to merge into the background, which is white. Yeah. No, I'm leaving it now. I want a smaller circle. I'm just going to play with the sizes of the circles I've got here. I need more paint. This is just acrylic paint. You can also use gesso if you want. It's more opaque and it will give you a little bit more texture. Yeah. So now let's see. What else? I need a smaller circle. What do I want? I don't know. I don't know, it looks too large. Going smaller. Let's see. I'm just having fun putting down some circles. Nothing to it. Nothing is really planned. I'm just, as I said, having fun with it. Let's see. Do I want more? maybe just one more and smaller one. Not a lot of paint. Let's see. Okay, so I like it. That's my background, and I'm going to let this dry completely again because I want to draw something with a permanent marker, and I don't want to ruin it with a wet paint. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back now. I want some stem with leaves going across here, and I can do it freehand, or I can take a stencil that I like and trace whatever on top here, or I can, another way to go about it is to take tracing paper. If you are not sure where everything goes, take a tracing paper, make your design, and then transfer it to your page. Here I can see what is going underneath, and I can just play with the placement, and I can do correction here, and only when I'm satisfied I can transfer whatever I've done to the paper. Like if I've got this, I don't know how much of it you can see, but quite freehand I've done some. As you can see, I can correct, and I can also erase if I want to, until I'm satisfied, and now I can transfer it. Now I like to transfer it with taking a pencil like a 10B, 12B, even 6B will work. I will flip it over and I'll make it like this. I don't like to use in this kind of thing a carbon paper because it makes too much of a mess, and using soft graphite will work better as making a transfer. Like so. Another way to go about it is if you've got water soluble oil pastels, you can put them at the back and then trace it with a color that you like, and because they are water soluble, then you can later on just activate them with water if you want the lines to disappear. So here I've got my design, flipping it over again, placing it where I want to, and tracing it to my page. You see, now it's transferred. So that's what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and I'll be back. Okay, so now that I've got my design transferred to the paper, I'm just going over with a permanent marker. This is a very simple marker for CDs, DVDs, and of course it's from the cheap store. And as you can see, I'm just going over the lines I've already done here, and as I'm moving the journal, so it will be easier for me to go with the flow. Later on I can erase the pencil marks, although they are not that noticeable, and most of the time they don't bother me. We'll see. So here are my branches with the leaves, and I want it to be just a little bit more noticeable and with a little bit more details. So I'm just going to use the other tip of the marker and just add lines to each leaf. Now where I have the circles, I have got a little bit of texture, but I can still work it. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll spare you me doing each leaf, and I'll come back when I'm finished. The only thing I'm planning to do is add some word to this page. Basically, this is it. I really like what's going on here, and I don't want to add anything more, just the details to the leaves. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, so finished with the leaves. Now I want to add a word. I've picked the word breathe, and I just want to go around it with a little bit of black from an ink pad, just going around. Just so it will have a little bit more definition. And I'm just going to use a glue stick and stick it. So simple. All this page is so simple. Anyone can do it. Just hoping this is straight. Now, just one more thing. Now I've got this design and I really like it. So if you are doing something like that, keep it. First of all, this is a template and you can use it later on. I can also decide to make a stencil out of it. And another thing that I usually do is I take tissue paper and I trace it again. And why am I doing it on a white tissue paper? Because then I will have something already made to put on another project. All this is done with just permanent marker, so I can take white tissue paper and make these branches, so I will have them for another project. Just so another idea for you. So this is it. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.